Okay, today I want to talk about injuries and how to deal with injuries. And like I said in one of my other videos, I am an expert for working around problem areas. All right, I'm going to brief you. My nightmare started in the year 2014. I mean, the entire 2014 was an injury nightmare. It started in January with rotator cuff surgery. After consulting with several orthopedic surgeons, two of which said they couldn't fix my shoulder entirely, it was that bad, I found a good one that not only fixed it, but he did it via arthroscopically. And but he did tell me when he was done, no weight training for 6 months. And you know, for someone like me, that's just like asking me to stop breathing for 6 months. But I did, you know, as he instructed me, and now my shoulder is fine. It's, you know, it's not 100%, but I'd give it 95%. And I don't know. I continued going to the gym though with my sling. I just trained other areas that I could. I wasn't going to sit on the couch for 6 months. And after about 5 months into my 6-month rehab, I noticed my left Achilles tendon was starting to hurt me. And I ended up getting an MRI on it. It showed that there was a 20% tear in my Achilles tendon. The podiatrist put me in one of those stinking boots. You've probably seen people walking in those boots, and it made walking difficult because now one leg's longer than the other. And because of the boot. So I'm like 2 weeks into wearing the boot, and I noticed my lower back started killing me as a result. I'm basically walking on an angle. I couldn't sit down without holding onto something. I couldn't function normally. So I finally went and had another MRI done, and it revealed a severely degenerated L5 vertebrae. So I went to a neurologist, not a neurosurgeon, but a neurologist, and she couldn't even advance a needle into the area because it was totally calcified. She said I would need surgery. Okay, and I'm thinking, I do not want to be surgically operated on my spine. So I purchased a $400 inversion table because, you know, I'd read about it and people swear by it. It made my back worse. Okay, so, but I'm not going to surgery, so I started seeing a chiropractor, and adjustment after adjustment did not help. So I'm thinking, okay, it's time to face facts. I then consulted 2 neurosurgeons, and they both, of course, recommended surgery. One of them was pushing for me to do it the next week, you know, after they looked at my MRI, and I'm thinking, oh, great. I've heard too many bad stories about results from spinal surgery. So I'm thinking, okay, I've pretty much exhausted every option except for acupuncture. And, you know, I don't know about acupuncture, so. But, you know, you've probably heard commercials on the radio about spinal decompression. You know, because I've heard them, and I always thought it was just bullshit. And, but hey, it's worth a try, right? So I do a little research, and I find out how much it costs. It's most of these chiropractors that have the machine want anywhere from $100 to $150 per session. and that's a 20-minute session. And so I shopped around, and I found a guy that was asking for $75, so I went with him, and he's local where I live. And he said after 5 visits you should feel some sort of relief, and so I didn't, but I kept coming because I did not want surgery. So here I am. It's my 15th visit with no results, and I remember walking in, and the doctor and the woman behind the counter there both looked at me, and they had this look on their face, and they said, "Well, you know, son, you really need to face facts, and you know." And I said, "No, I'm going to continue." And it's a good thing I did, because it was the 17th trip to that decompression table. And I remember going to my car after, and I was able to get in my car without having to physically pick up my legs to sit down. I actually got in the car like a normal person. And that was the beginning. And it just got better from there. And it's been, well, it's been over a year. Yeah, it's been over a year and a half. So part of I forgot to tell you, before I saw this chiropractor with the decompression table, I had to set up a pulley system, and because I couldn't lay back down without someone helping me, you know, when I would go to bed, so I had set up a pulley system. I anchored it in the concrete wall in my bedroom, and I had to lower myself. First, I had to get into bed on a step stool, and then I had to fashion the rope around my chest, back, and lower myself down. And I had to sleep with the rope around me for 5 months. And that sucked. Anyway, it's a successful ending. I'm pretty much pain-free, and basically what the spinal decompression did was allowed blood flow, which was lacking. You know, and blood, of course, carries nutrients, and it worked. And knock on wood. But what I want to discuss today is what I've been doing since. Okay, here I am. This is me, January 2014. That was the beginning of the nightmare year. That's after my rotator cuff surgery. And you know the rest of the story. So here I am, 1 year later. I am considering a possible comeback because now I'm finally feeling better. And let's see, we'll take you through this. And here I am, August 9th of 2015. August 9th, 2015. Better condition. And here I am toward the end of 2015 in December. Shoulders fine, low back's fine. But what I want to tell you is for 2 years I did not train my lower back. I trained my mid and upper back, but I've been really hesitant and, you know, just basically afraid to put any stress on my lower spine because I would dread having to go back to that pulley system. And it hurt me competitively because when it came time to compete, my lower back didn't look like it should, and it hurt me. It was 2016 when I competed, and and they were right. You know, I mean, the judges told me my weak area. This is shortly before my competition. My weak area was my waistline and my lower back. And as you can see, it threw off my symmetry, is what they told me, because it was wide. And the only thing I did differently was I didn't train my lower back at all. And I thought, well, you know, maybe I can fudge it. Just get my body in rock hard condition, and maybe I can fudge my way through. But the end result was too wide of a midsection, and lower back development was pretty much non-existent. Anyway, so what I started doing is about 2 months ago, I found a couple exercises that I'm willing to take a chance on, and they are lower back friendly, and they're stimulating the erector muscles in that lower spinal area. All right, hold on a second. Anyway, these exercises are safe, and I'm slowly working my way into it. I'm going to show you a video, the next video. I'm going to show you a couple of the exercises that I've been doing for the past 2 months. I started with lightweight, and I'm slowly working my way up. I've worked my way up to 315. I'm not using a belt. I want my erector muscles to get stimulated and get back, and maybe compete again, you know, in a much better condition. So that's my goal. But anyway, this is running a little long, but that's, and then, you know, of course, cross my fingers. I'm very careful. But there is life after injuries if you use your head and listen to your body and don't give up.